You hatch inside your mother, fully formed and already moving before you ever touch the ocean. There is no fragile beginning, no drifting as something unfinished. You begin life complete. A short while later, she releases you and 9 others into water cold enough to slow the pulse of most living things. The moment you are free, you drift apart. No one stays. No one searches. Once the last shape fades into darkness, your mother turns and disappears. You were not meant to be guided. You were built to endure. The water hovers near freezing, but it does not harm you. Your blood carries compounds that keep ice from forming in your veins. Where other fish would stiffen and fail, you remain steady. You do not shiver. You do not hurry. Down here, speed wastes energy. Slowness preserves it. For weeks, almost nothing happens. You hold position in a column of water that feels empty, but never truly is. Small particles drift past. Faint currents push and pull. Something larger moves above you once, and you freeze until it fades. You have not eaten, but your body does not complain. Your metabolism is one of the slowest among predators. You can wait. You settle around 500 meters deep, below the reach of sunlight. The surface world becomes a rumor. Above you, storms crash, ice forms and melts, seasons turn. None of it reaches you. Down here, everything is deliberate. Your first meal arrives, already dead. A fish spirals downward in slow rotation. You approach without urgency. There is no competition from fast hunters. Few can tolerate this cold for long. You feed slowly, tearing and swallowing without fear of losing it. The deep sea rewards patience. Months become years. Crustaceans attach themselves to your eyes. At first they blur your vision. Eventually they block it almost completely. Darkness becomes permanent, but it changes little. You are never dependent on sight. Your nose traces scent across impossible distances. Your skin senses faint electrical pulses when muscle contracts nearby. You navigate by signals most animals never learn to read. 10 years pass. You have grown only a few centimeters. Your heart beats slowly. Your movements remain steady. You drift across seafloor ridges and soft sediment plains. You find carcasses of seals, fish, even the occasional reindeer that fell through ice far above. The surface world feeds you without ever knowing you exist. At 50 years old, you are still young. You encounter your own reflection once in the faint metal wall of something unnatural resting on the seabed. It hums softly. It does not belong here. You circle it once and leave. The ocean absorbs even the strange things humans send down. A century passes. You are just approaching maturity. Entire human lifetimes have come and gone while you have been drifting through the same currents. Ships have crossed oceans. Borders have changed. Cities have risen. You remain where the water is cold and thick. At 150 years, you sense another Greenland shark for the first time in decades. There is no urgency between you. No aggression. You align briefly and mate. The process is simple. 100 years pass. Ice above you shifts. The chemistry of the water subtly changes. There are more distant vibrations now. More metal. More echoes from the surface. You adapt without effort. Adaptation for you is not dramatic. It is gradual, like erosion. At 250 years, a 6-gill shark approaches a seal carcass at the same time you do. It moves faster. It strikes first. Teeth scrape along your side. You do not panic. When it turns again, you twist and bite back, tearing into muscle before retreating. You do not chase. You descend into colder water and wait for healing. Survival is not about winning fights. It is about avoiding unnecessary ones. 300 years pass. Your body thickens. Scars fade into pale lines. You have crossed the same underwater valleys so many times they feel like memory. You are older than nations. Older than industrial machines. Older than most things built by hands above. At 350 years, you follow a scent downward and find a massive whale fall resting on the seabed. It feeds you for days. Smaller scavengers scatter when you approach. You do not defend it aggressively. You simply return again and again, knowing few can challenge you here for long. Time continues without asking anything from you. By 400 years, you are among the longest living vertebrates on Earth. You have survived cold that would freeze blood, darkness that would disorient others, hunger that would drive most predators into reckless behavior. You have done it without speed, without spectacle, without dominance displays. You are not fast. You are not loud. You are not seen. But you remain. Long after brighter creatures flare out and disappear, you are still here, moving through the same cold water with the same steady rhythm. Storms rage and settle above you. Generations are born and buried. You continue. To be a Greenland shark is not to rule the ocean. It is to outlast it.